What's up, YouTube? Arkubu here. Let's talk about email wordsmithing. Now, throughout the day, we all experience high volume of email, and we only have that 5 to 15 seconds to read it and understand, okay, yes, I need to focus, or next. So it's very important you do not draft in a huge block of text because nobody has time to read through that in a very dynamic environment. So here we have one. It's kind of straight to the point, asking for each department to provide updates, and if there is, we need to do a write up. It also provides a date where we need it and the final date where we're going to send it to, say, a client. So it's very sequential. But this takes some time to digest. With some formatting and some changing, this email could be better effective communication tool for your audience. And we're going to do it right here, right now. So, first thing first, we got to ask ourselves what is the most important thing they need to see? Right now, I mean, they have to provide updates, sure, but by a specific date, that is the trigger. We want people to focus on this part here. So, we're going to take that and move it to the top because when you flip over your emails, the first thing you're going to look at is the first three lines. That is the punchline. So here, let's talk about here. So we see for report A, the team will compile updates on March 4th. Too many words. All they need to know is there's going to be updating on March the 4th, right? So here, all we have to say is for the report, we don't need to talk about who's putting it together because that's irrelevant. So uh, for report A, updates are due on March the 8th. So you can see we shorten that sentence so the reader can read it faster. There's no that filler, let's call it, in between. And since this date's very important, we can bold it and we could also highlight it so it captures their attention right away. Then the next part, we had to think what is the most important, second important part of they need to know is when it gets delivered because then they know how much float time they have, if they can extend this period. So this has to go in between. That'll be the second point. And then remove some filler words. We'll just say, we don't even say we could say report A will be submitted on the 4th. We could clarify to the client. Okay, good. And since it's a date, we could do consistency. We can follow our bold and highlight. So right off the bat, looking at this, it is concise, it is sharp. Good, point taken. Next, what is the instruction? What is the instructive for them to do? They need to update. So sure, update by that. And then if there are major changes, we need to provide clarification. So here there's two actions, an update and a write-up. But it's all on one line. And it's not even a block of text, but to a reader, this is too much to digest in one line. So how do we help them? We can delete this one and start a new sentence. And then we can go for major changes, and then this is what they need to do. Now this helps break it out because this sentence is for provide update. This one, if there is any changes, you need to provide secondary updates. It just helps them guide digestion. But to also elevate this to the next level, we can use bullets. So now the readers know exactly where it stems from and the hierarchy, which one's important, right? So this is the most important. It should be in level 1. This one not so important, so we will shift it over because it's secondary, right? And this update is very important, so we'll keep on the first level. But not everyone might experience these major changes, right? So it becomes secondary. And now by doing this, you can see the text looks way better for the reader. Now hold on here. There was that one text right here, yes. So let's go with small changes there, yes. And let's reduce this there, and there we go. So by reformatting it with the bullets and the spacing, the first line is when we need something from them. And if they need more they got the why question, you give the answer here. So they read on if they need to. If they don't, move to the next one. Saves them time. Next step, I need updates. Okay, we provide updates. Now the question is, what happens if the updates are too much? Well, now you need to give secondary. So these tier levels bullet guides the reader. And here you can say the department needs. You can change choice of words. We can use require to provide clarification for validation purpose. Now, this is self-explanatory. You're asking for an action, but also answering the question of why they need to do the action. So it's a 2-for-1 deal. And there you go. You can see by doing these small adjustments, your email wordsmithing produces a more effective communication tool for yourself as a presenter, because you could use this to present what you want, and it also helps guide the reader what they need to do, what action they need to do, what's important, what's not important, and also the priority. That's why we put the date first with the highlight. It catches their attention. So that's it for email wordsmithing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Same place, same time.